Hello, my name is Autumn Hill. I'll be conducting the cultural formulation interview today. How would you like to be addressed?
Asia is fine.
Okay, Asia. I just want to let you know that everything that we talk about today stays between us unless I suspect self-harm to yourself or others. Do you understand that?
That's fine.
Okay, so why don't you tell me what brings you in here today?
A number of things, just feeling really I guess you could say just emotional. I just have like a hard time sleeping. I just feel like I'm all over the place, like all the time, just stressed. Just, I guess, overwhelmed, really. It's just a number of things. Just overwhelmed, tired, emotionally drained. Just a number of things. Like I said, it's a lot.
Yeah, I understand. So sometimes people have different ways of describing their problem to their family, friends, or others in their community. How would you describe your problem?
I would describe it as
To them, excuse me. How would you describe your problem to them?
to them. I don't really talk to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I really only talk to my best friend. So I think if anything, I was describing what I'm going through to her, I would just be like, I'm just going through the motions, just up and down emotionally, just stressed, just all over the place, just can't focus, crying all the time, can't sleep, just worrying, just panicking about situations that aren't even like feasible for real.
Right,
So
and you would
it's
tell
like
the majority of this to your best
my
friend?
best friend. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I would explain it to her at least.
So would you say your problem is stress or stress and anxiety? Which one would you label it as?
Both stress and anxiety.
Okay, so what troubles you most about your problem, stress and anxiety that you were talking about?
The most troubling aspect is, I guess, it's just affecting my work, how I interact with my coworkers and my clients, even down to my parents, and that's concerning for me, for sure, because my temperament is just kind of all over the place, especially dealing with small children.
Okay. Why do you think this is happening to you? What do you think causes your stress and anxiety?
I guess it could be a number of things, but what comes to mind is more than likely my ex getting out of jail. That was kind of a toxic situation for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it creates some emotions thinking about that and what that might lead to, all the stress that caused, just reliving some things, playing out scenarios in my head constantly. It's a lot.
Okay. So what do others in your family or friends or in your community think is causing your stress and anxiety?
I think others in my community would probably just say it's just stress from being a single mom, just being a parent by myself, not really understanding like the other things that's going on, because again, I only talk to my best friend about it.
Right.
So.
Okay. Are there any kinds of support that make your stress and anxiety better, such as support from your family or friends or others?
For sure. My support, like my best friend, I talk to her about everything. So as far as emotional support, that's there. That is my support system. So
Okay.
that makes it better.
Are there any kinds of stress that make your stress and anxiety worse, such as difficulties with money or family problems?
Absolutely. A myriad of all. Definitely money plays a factor. Being that I am the sole provider, that's a lot of responsibility on top of like just dealing with life in general. So I think finances and economics play a role in that as well.
Okay. For you, what are the most important aspects of your background or identity?
The most important aspect of my background and identity, I guess I would have to say just being a Black woman. It's important for me because like I just have a standard to uphold. I'm surrounded by a lot of Black women, especially my background. That's what I come from, my identity. So it's a lot to live up to, and just you having to be strong all the time. and figure it out, like not really taking time for yourself because you're too busy taking care of other people. That's a part of who I am. So it's like I have to live up to that, and I have to like really rise to the occasion.
Right, and put that front on all the time.
Exactly.
Are there any aspects of your background or identity that make a difference for your stress and anxiety?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay. Are there any aspects of your background and identity that are causing other concerns or difficulties for you?
I would say that would probably more so me coming from a single mom who also came from a single mom who came from a single mom. It's just kind of like inherited generational baggage, I guess you could say. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes people have various ways of dealing with their problems, such like stress and anxiety. What have you done to cope on your own with your stress and anxiety?
I like to skate. I spend a lot of time with my kids. That just kind of gets me away from out of my mind sometimes, which is important for me. And I'll share this with you, but I do drink wine. I love wine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are all the ways that you've been coping with it recently?
Yeah, I would say that's definitely coping.
Okay.
Whenever I'm just having like rough days, those are my go-tos.
Absolutely. So often people look for help in many different sources, including different kinds of treatments, helpers, healers. In the past, what type of treatment, help, advice, or healing have you sought out for your stress and anxiety?
Spirituality.
Okay.
I grew up in the church, so that's kind of how my family and my parents always said to deal with problems. Just go to church, pray about it, take it to the altar. So this time, I'm like, as an adult, I'm more spiritual and just leaning toward like different holistic practices to kind of give my mind some sort of rhyme to the logic, to reason, and all of that good stuff, like just to make it make sense.
Okay. And so do you feel like those types of help and treatment have been useful or not useful to you?
I think they have been useful. They give me something to kind of like compartmentalize stuff and something other than myself to kind of lean on.
Okay. Has anything prevented you from getting the help that you needed?
Yeah, health insurance for sure is pretty high. Especially like I still don't think mental health is like a necessity, or like it's not like part of your regular routine checkup. Most insurances charge for like specialists to see, like even something like seeing you today. So
that's been the biggest factor, is health insurance when it comes to stopping you from getting help.
Right.
Okay.
Access, yeah.
So what kinds of help do you think would be most helpful for you in the time of dealing with your stress and anxiety? What do you think can help you?
Access to a health provider that can because like I said, I don't talk to a lot of people except for my best friend, but like I feel like I could just get more like guided, better coping mechanisms, and not like so reliant on my friend or my kids or something for emotional support, because they're going through their own things. So just access to like a professional, and I would definitely say like just more alone time. Yeah.
Okay. Have you been concerned about this? Is there anything that we can do to provide you care that you need today?
Yes, I have been concerned about it because I think about it a lot, especially like when I'm not using the most productive coping mechanisms. It bothers me because I know that I would, like, sometimes I just need that extra pep talk or, the right direction to go in. So it concerns me, but I think you guys can help me just by what you're doing today. Maybe we can follow up 3 months, 3 weeks down the line, or however that looks like. I don't know, but
she would definitely be interested into looking into another therapist to help you with your problems.
For sure, because this was very productive today. I think.
Well, thank you for coming today. Thank you for participating in the cultural formulation interview.